Welcome to CommCon Virtual 2020. At this time of year, we'd expect to be at a country mansion within the UK somewhere, shooting arrows, flying falcons, doing duck herding, or riding segways. But we're not, and that's because of COVID-19 and the pandemic that has gripped the globe. It's currently stopping all of our live events from happening, and it's stopping us from meeting other people within our industry. A lot of people said, Dan, you shouldn't really put on CommCon this year because it won't be the same. And I completely agree with them. It took me a long time to kind of go, okay, we're doing this. And I'll tell you why we're doing this. But first, let me introduce myself because some of you won't know me. Because we're online this year, and that makes everything different. So I'm Dan Jenkins. I run a business in the UK called Nimble Ape, and I also run a business called CommCon Events Limited, which runs this conference. Nimble Ape runs as a consultancy, a real-time communication consultancy business. We do a lot of WebRTC work, and we do an awful lot of open source VoIP work as well. So that's how I got into this industry. But before that, I was a web developer. And so I'd gone to an awful lot of web events, and a couple of those were what we call residential conferences, where everyone stays in the same hotel or stays in a tent or whatever it is, and there's no one else there. It's just us at this conference. And my experiences were tremendous at those. But there was nothing like that in the RTC space. So I wanted to do something different, and I kind of thought, Dan, you can do this. You can do something a bit different within this space, and that's how CommCon started. So we've run two CommCon so far. This year was meant to be its third, but obviously the thing that makes CommCon different, we can't really do this year. We can't go to a country mansion. We can't all eat dinner together. We can't all have breakfast together. And then we can't have those fun games or whatever that we all do in the evening. So yeah, a lot of people said you can't really do CommCon this year because it won't be the same. And I agree. At the same time, I disagree. There's tremendous stories that still need to be told. And so that's what CommCon Virtual is about. We're still going to be a bit different. Many other conferences have just taken their schedule and placed it online, like you all attend a Zoom meeting or whatever. And I don't think that really works because people are at home or they're going back to work, but their days aren't back to normal. So we're doing 4 sessions a day for a week. So that's 20 sessions in all. And they're all about 40 minutes long with Q&A afterwards over on a platform called Riot. So I'm hoping we can still have the hallway track. I'm hoping we can still build this sense of a community and meet new people using Riot. The link will be in the description below. And hopefully you'll all get something out of it. The most important thing is CommCon this year is entirely free. Everything is covered by our sponsors. I'll talk about our sponsors during all of the sessions. But first off, I just want to say thank you to every single one of them. Without them, none of this would have happened. None of this would have meant that all of this free content for all of you is available on YouTube. I want to ask for a bit of leniency as well. Everyone's at home, like all of our presenters are at home. I haven't been to see any of them with a camera. I haven't seen any of them with a media team, AV team. They're all at home. We're trying to do our best with like the tools that are available to us. And I'm hoping we're going to put on a great show throughout this week with the help of our AV partners. But obviously people are at home. And so like you might occasionally hear a dog barking or a lorry reversing. It's just going to happen. So I'm going to stop talking about what CommCon was and kind of is and introduce today. So first up today, we've got Lorenzo Miniero talking about turning virtual events live with Janice. Then we've got Perry. Then we've got Perry from Toulouse with an interview with me. Tulu are one of our platinum sponsors. So we've got three of these. We've got three of these interviews over the course of the week. And then we've got Chad Hart talking about what's happened with WebRTC during the pandemic, what's happened with Zoom, what is possibly going to happen in the future. And then we've got Sean from the Pion Project later on this evening. They're all spread out. They're all designed so that you can catch up if you miss one. And hopefully you're all going to enjoy this week. And I'll catch up with all of you in another session like this tomorrow morning to introduce tomorrow. So all I've got left to say is thank you. Like and subscribe this YouTube channel to make sure that you get notifications when there are new sessions. And I'll see you all at some point this week. Cheers.